What is up, y'all? I'm gonna keep it without video simply because these cheap people didn't allow me to post content, but I wanted to post content years ago. Not politics, actual content. So let me tell you a beautiful story about a bunch of cheap fraudsters and how they made money for years. I want to explain to them. Actually, I want to ask them one question. Can they give me any documentation of what they taught me? Nothing. Before 2021, 2022, did they teach anything? Nothing. If they did so, let them give me a document. Can they give documentation about any of their garbage narratives? Man child, baby child, woman, this, that, fucking garbage. Can they even document it as anything intelligent? They cannot. Now, let me explain the cheap nature of a certain organization along with the organizations that work in India. You can consider this as the worst story, which is actually true. Now, in 2013, one garbage fraud called Gautam Saxena, who showed a middle finger to me in both hands when I was working for a German company, in which he came and started another company within the company using some employees and pulled off an extraordinary fraud. He gave me that opportunity. Would you like to be part of that fraud? I said no. Now, this cheap fraud wearing blue shirt, this cheap fraudster, of course, his name is Saxena. So you know which region, where is he from? You know, it belongs to a certain region which has very cheap mentality, cheap ways of making money. Basically, a very cheap people. Now, when I asked them, please explain to me. Let me actually complete the story first, yeah. This fraudster took a bunch of people within the company using Bosch computers, started actually working on another product for himself. And he chose these people, and during office hours, they were working on his project. Of course, after that, he kicked out all of them. Okay, that's another funny fucking thing. Cheap fraudsters went and joined him, and then understood he was a big fraud. I didn't join him. So he called me one day and said, I am like him. And he showed me two middle fingers and he said, that's what he thinks about Bosch. I didn't give a fuck. I didn't understand. I didn't think I'm like that piece of shit. So anyway, it didn't matter. So I'll talk about next year in the next video.